Hey there, YouTube. What's up? How you doing? This is Fragments of Memory, aka your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. Many become disenchanted with a religion, a philosophy, or a movement, not because of conflict with its precepts, but due to discord with the aforementioned other members. Although we preach precept over personality, we practice the opposite. In our minds, we conflate those people with the religion or the movement itself. Those we view as the gatekeepers of the faith are ultimately flawed people, not unlike ourselves. It is interesting to note that we are great judges of others, whilst we are excellent lawyers for ourselves. As flawed people, we are subject to our own passions and vices. It is true that we are called to surmount our weaknesses and obstacles within the context of a faith or movement. However, we are still creatures with appetites, fears, hopes, and the need to preserve oneself. Now, many have this idea that once you join a religion or a movement, that all your problems will melt away like winter snow at the first rays of springtime, springtime sunshine. This is untrue. Religion, philosophy, or the principles of a movement can give comfort, keep one grounded amidst the storms of life, provide much needed perspective, and be a way to de-stress. It cannot be a gigantic eraser. Let me say this again. It cannot be a gigantic eraser. There is no such thing as a deus ex machina eraser. We live in a world of cause and effect, of pleasure and pain. And what's interesting to note is pain and pleasure are two sides of the same coin. People from president to pauper are flawed. And so are you. We, including and especially me, we're flawed. We have high ideals which we fail to meet often. To walk a path is to struggle, whether it be religious or philosophical. To struggle with keeping the tenets of a faith and contend with one's lower self. Now bear this in mind in dealing with this in your various churches, temples, mosques, ashrams, whatever you want to call it, and organizations. Don't let the imperfections of people turn you away from a belief or an idea. Let the idea rise and fall on its own merit. Therefore, don't let sister so-and-so or brother so-and-so in the church turn you away from the church. Let the ideas of the church, like, hey, if you don't like what the idea, if you don't agree with the ideas that are being presented in the church, walk away from that. But don't let a person walk you away from a movement. Let it be about the ideals. Don't let it be about the person. Now, I understand that many times those things can intersect, and each thing plays upon each other. So you're going, okay, how do I separate the two? Therein lies the rub and the trick. But many a time it's an issue of personality, not an issue of precept. And that's where a lot of people get caught up. They get caught up in the personalities of the people in an organization. Like, I don't like John. I don't like Bill. So I'm leaving this church, or I'm leaving the union, or I'm leaving whatever. Now, so I stopped being a Christian or Muslim or whatever entirely, when in reality that's not the case. What you should be doing is saying, hey, maybe I don't get along with these people over here. Either try to make it work with those people, or go, you know what? Let me find somewhere else where there are people that believe what I believe. That's just my 2 cents on the subject. What do you think? Take it easy.